Hi everyone. Okay, so after a few comments, I finally realized that my previous video actually has no audio. Right, so I have to make another one. Okay, anyway, so same thing. For this kind of passage where they actually give you the question first before the passage, okay, for every test there's actually one of this kind of passages, usually the last one, because it tends to be more difficult. So you're actually supposed to read the list of headings to get a basic idea of what the passage is going to be about before you start reading, so that it's easier for you to understand later. So let's take a look at the headings and see what they are going to be about. And as we read, we highlight or underline the keywords. So disputes over financial arrangements regarding senior. So here most likely the keywords are disputes and senior management. So I can kind of guess like this passage is going to be about the business structure, perhaps the impact of companies. So the paragraph better be talking about the impact. Is subjected to close examination, possible need, fundamental change, also every area. Perhaps in the passage or in the paragraph, it could be just one area, but this is talking about every area, and it's a fundamental change, so it's the root change. And whether there could be a need, or they could, there's nothing wrong, so there's no need to change. And the fourth one, external bodies. External will be a keyword here. Responsible. The falling keyword with of board members, we've brought it. Okay, so whether the members actually have broad experience. A risk, this is talking about risk. Major problems. Not all, keyword here too, I suppose. Boards not looking far enough. So they're probably quite short-sighted. They don't think for the long term. Proposal, this is talking about proposal to change how it operates. Alright, so now we are ready to read the passage. So I'm not going to read the passage, you can read it on your own. And this one, the list of headings for each paragraph, basically is just finding the main idea, the essence of that paragraph, which is a topic sentence. So usually in formal writing, expository writing, the topic sentence is at the beginning or the end. So if you know the structure, also in my writing videos, the structure for argumentative or discursive writing is actually PEEL. P stands for point, which is the point of that paragraph, and link basically is linking back to the main idea of the paragraph. That is why we look at the beginning of and the end of the paragraph, and most writers actually follow this structure. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Serious failures as well as elsewhere. Consider radical changes. Okay, we see changes here. It's clear that the role of a board director today is not an easy one. Okay, following the 2008 financial meltdown, this is obviously an example. Blame has been blame has been spread far and wide, and auditors have all been framed. The role of bank directors. Okay, this is what we are going to focus on. Okay, their failures are being widely publicized and examined. Okay, so basically I would say the first sentence is actually the point, topic sentence. Also, if you take a look at the last sentence, it's also, it actually resonates with the first one. We're just talking about how the directors and management has to be examined for their failure. So, and also it's talking about basically their failure, which has been repeated a few times. Okay, so failures is what I'm going to look out for and also examine or investigate it. So I would say it's okay, I think it seems like 4 or 8, but let's see, is there a proposal? I think this is not a proposal, it's more like giving information, so I would think it's 4. Yeah, okay, let's put put a cross here. Alright, let's continue reading. The knock-on effect of this scrutiny has been to make the governor increase the pressure on and the responsibilities of directors. Calling into question. Okay, so now they are questioning the board. Okay, this is an example, 8 to 10 meetings a year. The number of events requiring board inputs and decisions has dramatically risen. Furthermore, the amount of reading and preparation required is increasing. Agendas can be overloaded, and this can mean that the time for constructive debate must necessarily be restricted in favor of getting through the business. Okay, so here it's talking about how responsibility of the directors are actually increasing, right? Let's take, or rather the board, not just the directors. Okay, not the first one, nothing about financial. Yeah, let's see the impact on companies of being subjected. Cool. We found there's a keyword here, scrutiny, which correspond to this word, close examination that we have highlighted. Okay, so I would say, again, not number 3, nothing about 5, nothing about 7 or 8. Okay, how about 6, a risk that not all. Nah, they didn't talk about participating in solving problems. Here they're talking about the effectiveness, so I think it's 2. Oops. Okay, paragraph 3. Board business is developed to committees in order to cope with the workload, which may be more efficient but can mean the board less involved in fully addressing most important issue. Example, is not common for the committee meeting to last longer than a main board meeting. Process may take discussion and be at the expense of real collaboration. Okay, boxes are ticked rather than issues tackled. So here it's talking about less involved. Just forgot to cross this out. Okay, nothing about financial. Not 3. Falling number, nothing about experience. Okay, not looking far enough. I think it's either 6 or 7. Okay, 6 keyword is not all directors, major problems, not looking far enough ahead. Okay, cool. Major problems and important issues. Less involved in fully addressing. Cool. So I think it's this. Oh my god. Okay, paragraph D. A radical solution. It's a professional word. Oh, okay. So this is more like a proposal, I suppose. Yeah. So D is, yeah, I would say they're giving a solution. So great. Okay, move on. One of the main criticism, they do not focus sufficiently on long-term matter. Yeah, so simple. So this one is 7. Great. So F. Oh my god. Okay, compensation for chief executives has become repeat. Hey, investors. Okay, probably about the money finally, I hope. Yeah, so there's bank remuneration paid. Okay, oh, but the next one also has money, financial crisis. Okay, let's see. What is the one about the money? Disputes over financial arrangement for senior management. Yeah. For senior management, financial arrangement, compensation, that means their salary for chief executives, of course. You know, there have been a lot of criticism that the senior management receive proportionate salary as compared to the other workers, and it can be quite unfair. So yeah, this whole thing is talking about the salary. So wonderful. And criticism, disputes. Okay, and the last one finally, G. Okay, corporate ethics, role and purpose of company, questioning the morality of capitalism and the market, widen their perspective, boredom. Okay, great. So the topic sentence here is in the last paragraph. Did they talk about broad enough experience? Say, widen their perspective. Okay, it could be quite misleading for us to change broad enough experience. But the falling number, they didn't talk about falling number, and perspective and experience are totally different, so don't fall for the trick. So the last option is actually 3. Possible need. So let's check possible need, fundamental change, area. Okay, I guess here in all sectors. Okay, that's it. So I'm done. All right, good luck with your practice. See ya.